So the great thing about being involved with IPLA, the International Association, is that we're able to see the evolution of a concept in many, many different ways. And that's probably what's the most wonderful thing about physical literacy as a concept, because it's an individual experience, because it's a personal relationship. It takes on the culture, it takes on the flavors, it takes on everything about the place in which it happens. So we get really excited, particularly in situations like this, where we start to begin to understand what physical literacy looks like in Sweden, which is very different to physical literacy in Costa Rica. So what we're finding is that whilst the concept is constant, its interpretation across the world is multicolored and multifaceted. And I think that's what makes it so exciting. And it's also what makes it so easy to adapt and to adopt in many, many different countries, because it's relevant to them. What we find when we begin to explore physical literacy with governments, with sports federations, with health professionals, with education professionals, is that it's actually quite simple for them to take the concept of a personalized experience and apply it to their world. And because physical literacy by definition is inclusive, because it's about me or you or anybody as an individual and how they react and how they respond to physical activity based on their experiences and the quality of their experience and their memories and their own personal journeys, it's actually not a difficult process for us to help those practitioners in different settings to understand perhaps how they might just make one or two slight changes to the work that they're already doing to apply a different approach, a different lens, a different filter to their work. So physical literacy is not a revolution, it's an evolution. And it simply requires, I use the analogy of a light switch in the back of my head. And I simply need, in my mission, is to help everybody throw the switch into a physical literacy mode. Because through doing that and applying that to almost every aspect of our work, whether it's specifically promoting physical activity or sport or movement, or whether it's not, we can be active in everything that we do. And because of that, it becomes applicable to every stakeholder, to every organisation, to every special interest, to every parent, to every child, to every older person, because they all have that experience and they're all able to relate to what we call physical literacy and tell a story that's specific to them.